What is up, brother? In California, most high. Welcome back to my channel, brother. Higher Velocity. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're having a wonderful day right now. I'm right here trying to show you in California. This is what we're doing. Oh, what I'm doing. I don't know anybody else is doing. This right here. Schumacher, brother, Schumacher. You know what I mean? Hey, hold up. Lane closed, pizza boy. Find another way home. Yeah, you know what I mean? This is what I'm talking about. Straight Liberty Walk. This is the Liberty Walk. Check it out. Brother. I told you, next time that I show this Schumacher Fusion 21, it was going to be upgraded. And it is. Let me just show you what I did to it. Yo, you see this split, this lip, this thing, this splitter, the air splitter, front splitter. Check it out, brother. Man, I'll show you the inside right now, but just check out the exterior. Look, everything is functional. Just look at the look at the angle of right here. Like Corvette style Ferrari. Well, it is a Ferrari, you know what I'm talking about? But the only thing is that it's wide. I did a lot of modifications. I'll explain that in a second. But check this out. First, I just want to say that I did upgrade it and I did put the underfloor panel. And I can't believe that I finally remember what it was called. Underfloor panel. But hold on a second. Give me a... So, I got the Schumacher Fusion wide version right here. Liberty Walk style. I don't want to put no spoiler on there or crazy spoiler, you know what I mean? Rear wing. But check it out. Everything's functional, brothers. Check it out. Remember I told you that this thing was slipping at high speeds? Well, turns out that my calculations were kind of correct. It was kind of lifting and losing weight. You know what I mean? Like when this thing is going over 30, a lot of air goes underneath the body and it lifts it up a little bit and it makes the wheel spin because there's not enough weight, probably. It all happens, as a matter of time, and that occurs. It just slips out, like I mentioned in the Fast and Furious, the first movie, the Eclipse, when Brian's trying to get that Eclipse as fast as he can in that parking lot and spins out. Well, yeah, man, this thing was spinning out just like that. And I'm thinking because of weight, because the diffs are locked. You know what I mean? Front and rear, they're both locked. Now I don't understand. But let me show you this and let me put this cam on top. Most high. You see that lip? Everything's functional. I already test drove this a little bit right here in front of my house, and I saw and noticed and felt a dramatic change, an increase of downforce. I don't even know how I felt the downforce, but I felt it. Like the faster it went right here down my street, the more I felt it go. I saw it go straight. I don't know, brothers. I'm just probably hallucinating or overthinking it. But I'm saying I didn't start this by being a professional, knowing how to hit 80 miles an hour every time I took this out. You know what I mean? No, senor, I'm here, and I'm showing you on camera all my mistakes on 4K 60. But today I'm only using 30 because I gotta edit. That's one tricky thing about the damn what do you call it? The Insta360 Ace Pro. When you edit, oh man, forget it. I noticed a lot, brother. I noticed a lot of improvements on the road out here. And I can't wait to show you or to see what it does at the same time show you on camera. Because if it breaks, it breaks. Because check this out. Schumacher Fusion 21, my Everlazo's version with drag tires, 45 millimeters wide in the rear, 30 in the front. Can't understand what these wheels were particularly made for, except a Traxxas Slash, because it has 4 millimeter, 12 millimeter hexes, but let that be it. Let me show you what I got right here. There is 2 versions of the Schumacher Fusions. The one that does 60 only has, it doesn't have a belt. They have a belt cover, and this one, the belt is not covered, and it's a plastic cover. Let me show you what kind of cover. This kind of cover, you see how you don't see the belt anymore? It has a cover right in there. I hope you can see it. So the front width, you can see, we have that much wider in the front, and the rear it's just a little bit too noticeable. So I'm saying, you know, I got a lot of surface area to spin around and whatnot more, because the wheels are not that heavy. They're really not that heavy, and I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? I'm trying to reach at least 80 miles an hour. If I do 80 miles an hour, then oh man, that would be a lot better than doing it with a smaller, lighter version with a smaller body that doesn't have a lot of restriction from the wind. You know, a lot of wind has to power through. I think that affects it. I don't know. It might not, but I'm tripping. But I'll tell you this though. The last one, I mean last time I ran this, not on the 28.8 Novarossi one, but the last time I did that on the X28, I was trying to get 80 with messed up bearings. And hey, I got 73. I could have gone probably 83 with good bearings, but that'll be a different story when I show you the X28, because I'm starting off low, as you can see. Let me put this away. I'm starting off low with engines. This is the cheapest engine. I used to have an SH21 on this, but I changed it because this one is cheaper than the SH21. This one was 98 bucks plus 12 bucks shipping like 3 years ago. Now shipping is like 40 bucks. But check this out. I wanted to start with the cheapest engine, and this engine supposedly it competes with the LRP 32, and I'll show you right now why. So anyway, this version, like I said, it doesn't have a belt cover, and it's the 60 mile an hour version. I geared it up to 80 miles an hour, and it should do it. So let me tell you about the engine. The engine is a top tier engine from Trackstar back in the day when it was well, on the eBay description it says it's 4.3 horsepower at 45,000 RPM, and that's why I say it's excuse me, that's why I'm saying it's a LRP 32 competitor, because it's supposed to do 4.3 horsepower. Size 21. The name of it even has 32 on it, but it has a really long number and letters. I think it's PSEGH 32.21 Trackstar. They're a top tier engine because the other ones were a lot cheaper. Like the 28s were like about 78 bucks, but the cheaper power, the less power one rated. And this one was the most expensive one, which was 98 bucks at the time. And now with inflation, it ain't the same price. Okay, so let me continue on because I'm kind of losing the motivation. There's something going on here. Look, check it out. The clouds are out. Man. Anyway, I don't want to get to that conspiracy. But anyway, I got to overpower it because it's overwhelming. Woo! Alright, so As you can see, I got this engine. I do have the 60 mile an hour, the Pro 21 pipe on there, and we'll see how it performs. And if it doesn't, I'll try the X28, right? I'll try the the one from the X28. It's the same size pipe, but a little bit wider for 28 size. I'll show you. I can't show you that in a second. It's all the way crammed in there. Wait a minute. What do you mean crammed in there? Man, I'm tripping out. I just remembered. The one I just showed you has the X28 pipe. I borrowed it because I'm running the Offna 26. And this one is also geared at 80. But it doesn't have the lightweight 3-speed. So this is the X28 pipe, and it ran right. It ran good last time. You see the floor panel? Doesn't it look like an arm of infraction? Pretty crazy, right? It didn't take me long to make this thing. This thing just did fast cut it. I'm amazed at how it turned out for the time it took and the effort. And it came out good, man. Like at the end, it just shaped out to the body. Like I was surprised that I didn't overcut too much, you know. And it lines up with the body, so when I put the body, I can tape them up like Ross Schifrin or James McCoy, you know, from the sides, right here and that, you know. And the back, you can see it has a air escape way, so it doesn't cause too much downforce. I mean, too much. It doesn't catch too much wind in the rear from around the tires underneath. Like, oh man, underneath around this area. Around that area. So hope everything comes out good, man. I mean, I'm saying I test drove it and it felt amazing. It just felt amazing. It felt like it had more power, more grip. I mean, it felt like I was able to put power down to the ground. And the faster it went, the straighter it went. This is where you have the servos in the middle, and they're connected together with the receiver box. You got 3-speed over here on the left, which is modular pieces. It's set. You got the other 3-speed pinion right there, and it's all one piece. It's not threaded. You can't take it apart. It all comes in one piece with the clutch bell. The shimming and everything inside is crazy because it needs to be extended a lot. But that's that. What other thing in common does it have? I think that's it. The belt drive is all the way in the center. The diffs are adjustable. You can lock them. These ones, they're locked. So that's why I was tripping out. Why isn't it going straight? But it all has to do with the body. Okay, so hopefully I resolved that issue. You know, I mean, I hope I did because I feel like I did. And I don't even know why I keep saying I hope I did fix it because I already know I did. Why do I keep saying that? Man, I'm nervous. It's the first time me actually feeling the need to exceed my PB. No, because I only have 73 miles an hour. You know, not even the Novorossi 28.8 that I have on the other one with the speedrun body only did 71. But then, you know, the Mayland cheap GPS might not be accurate and I might have gotten more, but who knows, you know? That's coming up. All of this is coming up. I'm only getting started. This is only the beginning. This is my actual beginning, and I'm only starting now with the stock Fusion, but with the wide version. You know, it takes a lot more power to spin these babies, these big boys right here. You know what I'm talking about? So, hope everything goes good. So let me get to the engine, brother. The engine, man. Cheap engine, turbo plugged, long stroke. I'll show you the internals right now in a second. So let me bring this in. All right, here we go. Okay, so when I purchased these engines, I got 3 examples, and Oh man, what happened here? Was there an earthquake? Let me get that out of the way so it looks neat. Alright, brother. Check this out. So, the crank, let me get it out. Did I check my hands were nice clean? Ooh. Oh yeah. Acceptable. Alright, so we got the crank right here, right? It's pretty good. I think it's been opened up from whatever crank this got this from. You know, because I don't think Trackstar made their own cranks. It looks more like a FC engine. I don't know. It's pretty. Look at the crankcase. Crankcase is not that bad, but I'll get to that. So, oh man, sorry, brother. I can't make up my mind here. Alright, so, and then look at the back right here. No special cuts, you know. We'll put this. I'll get one of these. Ooh. The crankcase. The crankcase is pretty awesome. If you can see that. Oh man. See that? Okay, so we got the crankcase. Now we can grab this, put it back. Right? Ooh. Then we got the piston. Check out the piston. Oh, what is that? See, I always, when I buy my new engines, I don't care if they're new or used, I always rebuild them. And if they're used, I always heat them up, like to at least 200 degrees. Or, 100 degrees, or probably a little bit more. Just so the O-rings in there, so the oil will let loose and not be really sticky. You know, the oil in there kind of tends to act like a glue, so when you take the parts off, it'll just rip itself off, rip off the O-rings. So I heat it up so the oil lets loose and it doesn't grab onto the O-rings and destroys them. So here's a piston. I hope I gave you guys a good look. You know, I already oiled them. You know, I use 2-stroke oil all the time and never had a problem. You can use any kind of oil, practically even 4-stroke. I've used a lot of different types of oils and never had a problem because the other oil comes right in and gets replaced by the old oil because it circulates. So, what am I doing? All right. I'm gonna put that right next to that. Oh, I forgot. I'm not here trying to show you how to put in the engine together. I'm more interested in showing you the parts. Right? So, I got the piston in there. Have it up all the way. Gently. Alright. I gotta make sure I don't get any debris in there. Oh, look at that piece of black something. I always worry about those things. I don't know why. There's really tight clearances in there. Here's a closer look at the sleeve. Alright, so I'll show you how many. I'll count how many ports it has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 port, brothers. It's a 5-port 21 long stroke turbo button. The machining is not bad, as you can see, you know. Well, yeah, that's the sleeve, brothers. These sleeves, they always have a notch on them to show you which way to go. Put it halfway. Line it up. And I just put it on. Wiggle it a little, make sure. Carburetor, it's an Alpha Plus carburetor. Pretty good. The one I've had for ever since I bought them, they have not. The boot hasn't gone bad. It looks brand new. Man. That's one thing I was worried about. The engine, that this type of engine, since it's so cheap, that it was only gonna be able to run like about no more than 2 gallons after braking. So maybe 4 in total. I have about 4 in total. And I just don't know what to say yet until I run that Fusion and see how it handles. I'll see if it gives out, if it's losing power by not going at least 60. So, oh man, these things got separated. You go, turn around. There we go. I always use my pinky in there just to flatten out the area where it needs to be. So this, I would not know what that is called, but it has to be flat and round. And I just put it on. So, like I said, I'm not here to show you how to put an engine together, because most of us would know how. But I don't even know why I said that. But anyway, the next thing I want to show you is we can put on this head button. The head button, it's not that bad. Look at the machining. You see that? Ooh. Like I said, $98 engine. $98 engine at the time. I'm pretty right now, like I'm saying, last time it's still on eBay, and I've seen it for like, I don't know if it was 127 or 137 or 147. I can't remember, but it's not over 150. I might be wrong, but oh, okay. So it does have a big, nice one-way bearing. Like a force engine. It does look like a force engine. Even this just has some cutouts, so just to make it look pro, race version. Race version. So no cutouts in back of the sleeve. I showed you the piston. I showed you the connecting rod, right? I oil it up every time too. Also right now, I'll probably just add more oil. Why not? Right there. Okay. Alright, so let's put on the cylinder head, because, oh man. So I'm just going to put on 2 screws. Like I said, I'm not trying to put this all together the way you should, put all the screws on. And I can't spare time to put on all the screws. I was more interested in showing you the internals of this engine, because it only cost me back in the time $98, and it might be still available on eBay. But just for the sake of this engine not falling apart in pieces on my floor, I'm gonna put in just 1 or 2 screws, and I think that'll be it. I'm gonna get the 80. So hope you stick around for it, because I have not hit 80, brother. To be honest, I think I've said it plenty of times. But alright, brother, here. Whoa! What I have in my hands, the 3-speed. But here, let me get the rest of the parts. Oh man. What we have here is 3-speed mechanism on the spur gear, right? You have 3 molding sets. Like in when you buy these things, it doesn't say what's the name of each part. You can't buy it individually. You gotta buy the whole molding set. And first gear is the biggest one, obviously. Second gear, middle. Third gear, the smallest. And then I think I showed you all the 3-speed. It's all one piece on the clutch bell. Okay, so if you can see right here, the first gear on the back of it, it has these things right here, right? And then on top of that, this thing goes in between the notches, which is backwards, like that dent goes inwards in between the notches, right? And this connects right here, connects to the brake disc, right? Then there's a pin, and that pin was always breaking on me on the Schumacher Menace, where I was trying to do 50 miles an hour on grass, which is coming up again. Redemption. I got it single geared already and ready to go. Just gotta go. Alright, so that pin always breaks, or the molding set breaks. And when... oh, that doesn't go there. Okay. And when this thing is right here, right, when it engages, it spins this way to the right, clockwise, and it picks this up a little bit, picks it up a little bit, like to the tip a little bit more, so it doesn't rub. And so I don't know if you can see that, but it's squared right there, and it picks up right there, and it doesn't wear out. I've never broken one. You know, it's pretty sturdy. It's robust because it has a lot. And I've never broken one of these pieces except this piece right here. This whole thing where the pin goes. But so it spins it to the clockwise, and when it goes, like when it freewheels, so when the wheels want to spin freely, it spins the other way. And it's all lined up, and you can hear it clicking like real fast, because if you can see, it has like a ramp, you know what I mean, to elevate it up. And when it goes that way, it catches on. Alright, so that's a 3-speed, right? And that's a weak point. So that's why I did the Menace single gear with Mod 1. Luckily, I was able to find all those pieces, put them together. But yeah, that's that. That's a 3-piece. That's right there, the 3-speed mechanism, how the drive works. And now, how the second speed and the second gear and third gear engage. I'm telling you, this thing can do 80, but it's limited to how many times you can do 80, because as soon as these things wear out, right on the edge, you can see right on the edge, right on this edge corner, it wears out, because when it engages right there, and you only have that much surface area to engage third speed. And with the dirt in there, if it catches in there in the corner, which it always does, and you always gotta maintenance it, it will start making it grab less, and it'll start slipping and start wearing out this nipple or notch or whatever you call this. I would call this a wart or a pimple. I don't know why I call it a dimple. Anyway. And then this, they have to touch, and with a lot of usage, like I said, it just wears out. And no, they do not have aluminum. Somebody can make them in aluminum. So, let me continue on with that. Is the first, second, and third gear, right? The cam holds both gears, shifters, both, we can call them clutches, or we can call them teeth, but with centrifugal force, while it spins, it goes up with the spring, against the spring, and it's pretty difficult to put them in there. So, in the beginning, I did break some, but I have plenty of them from collecting and buying a lot. Anyway, yeah, like show you how the point where it wears out. I don't know if you can see that right there, but it is worn out, and that's horrible. That's horrible right there. This brakes with the pin, also like the other notch on the brake disc. That's all it needs. This and that. you got the 3-speed and it can do 80. Like I said, there's 2 kinds, so be aware of that. And be aware that it won't shift if it's not graving on, and that's very limited. You do not have a lot of room to have this. It has to be like practically new. That's what I'm trying to say. In order to be able to enjoy and engage for a minute, because I think that's all you got is a minute. But either way, yeah, it's pretty sensitive, but hey, Great Britain or Ukraine, I can't believe where they make them at in the 2005. Hey, that's 3-speed fusion. You want to get one? Buy at your expense. And I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's pretty tough, but I think that's it for the cam. Brother, no, that's not it. I forgot to also mention, you know how I said there's 2 kinds of clutch cams or holders? I wouldn't know the proper name, but check this out. So, only on one of them, that it's for the 80 mile an hour, you can put the stiffest springs, because it spins faster. But the Menace and the 60 mile an hour one, Fusion, they use the one that has lighter springs, like this one, easy to go against, and the one that does 80, it's a lot stronger. Well, obviously 14 millimeter. Look, these are aluminum, pins, they don't break occasionally because it splits the power. What does break is the pin from this one, because it sends the power to all 4 wheels. And this, and like I said, this feels cheap, but it holds up. Wow. The belt, we all know what kind of belt there is available out there. I don't need to show that for now. I'll show you guys that. I'm thinking of doing a build, because I got one I need to build, so I'm going to do that up on the next video. Some of you might be interested in seeing a build. Alright, brother, I think I got everything in depth, close up, and all the shebang bang, you know what I mean? So I can do this thing, 80 miles an hour, top speed, and exceeding the limit. Other than that, I just want to say, brother, I hope you had a wonderful time, and I hope you're looking forward for me doing more of these videos. Like I said, I do have a build coming up, that Menace, and like always, I just want to say I appreciate you watching this whole video, because otherwise YouTube wouldn't be letting me that I'll be getting views. Not getting paid, not worried about getting paid right now. Not unless it gets more expensive. You know what I mean? I gotta be honest. But still, I just hope you had a wonderful time. And that's the only thing that matters right now. That way I can continue to do another one for you tomorrow. You know what I mean? Alright, brother. You stay up, the Most High. And like I said, I hope you have a wonderful day. Hope you had a wonderful time. And I hope you continue having a wonderful day. Peace, brother. Much love.